Welcome to today's video, or this week's video. I started my hardest reading challenge you'll ever do, okay? And it's my TBR challenge. So this week I'm going to bring you along with me while I read and see how we do. Today I'm starting this off by going to the library in my area, my public library, because I'm trying to see if I can get some of the books that I'm going to use for the hardest reading challenge you'll ever do from the library as opposed to having to buy them. So we will see. If not, I'm probably going to end up buying a few because I have a feeling 2 of them at least I'm going to really love. So I'm going to see if I can find the other 2 here, hopefully. So stay tuned on that. Library haul. I just got 2 books because they're due back in 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks. So I didn't want to get too many, especially because I have books that I'm reading here. So I just got 2. The first one is for a different challenge on the hardest reading challenge you'll ever do. It's The Factory Witches of Lowell. It sounded good, and it is 119 pages, I believe. Yeah, 119 pages. So this is gonna go towards my By the 100, so that's why I picked this one up. The one that I went for is A Natural History of Dragons. I picked this one up there because this is a 6-book series, and I want to make sure I read in like the first one before I invest in buying the other books in the series. So I picked this one up to read from the library. This is part of the High Read challenge that I'm doing this month, the TBR challenge. So glad to have this one and see if I can get through it this week. Okay, so today is day 2 of my reading vlog week. And today I'm gonna try to finish a punch needle project. I don't think I will, but I will attempt to. And it's not very big, so you might roll your eyes, but I'm listening to Hungerstone and I'm almost done with it. So I'm gonna finish that and work on my punch needle while I do that. So whenever I'm done with that is when I'll probably be done with my project for the day. So stay tuned. Just finished Hungerstone, and here's the progress on the punch needle. Hungerstone, I rated 4 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. I love a book about feminine rage, and that one kind of was a good feminine rage book. In Hungerstone, we follow Lenore, who marries this man, and I don't remember what his name is, but he's not a good guy. And she does everything she's supposed to, like manage the house and does all that, all she's supposed to do, and basically puts all of her desires, hopes, and dreams to the gutter, and she's done that since a very, very young age. You know, she has never had time to have a desire for what she actually wants. She only is trying to figure out how to survive, which is something a lot of people do. And so in this book, they end up meeting Camilla, which Camilla is a different story. Camilla is like another like lesbian vampire story that this one is inspired by a little bit. And anyway, so they end up bringing in this person. They don't know who really they are. They saved him one night, and she kind of talks to Lenore and is like, hey, you're allowed to desire for more than what you have and hunger for more than what you want, like hunger for more. And it kind of starts off a whole chain reactions of Lenore trying to figure out what she's hungering for. And I really enjoyed it. It was a really good take. I had a great time. I actually am looking to now read Camilla. I can't get it on hold today because there's been too many borrows from my Hoopla or whatever, so I'm gonna try to get it tomorrow. But I thoroughly enjoyed that book. Like I said, I love feminine rage books. Lesbian vampires are always great. And I don't know, I thought it was well written. And I feel like it explained like a lot of what women go through and like what they have to do to survive and like have financial stability and things like that. Because you do end up having, like, especially back in the day, like now modern period, slightly different story, but you did have to suppress like what you wanted to be able to get a life with a husband and be desirable to them. And that is just not how it should be. You know what I mean? So now, luckily, we're a little bit out of that. Women can now do more of what they want on their own. But it's still something that does happen a lot because still social norms are what they are. And not everyone can step outside of them. Anyway, on tangent. I really liked it. I would recommend it. 4 out of 5 stars. It was great. Good feminine rage. A little bit weird. A little bit, you know. It was a unique read. I liked it. I'm going to be listening to A Soul to Keep next. because I have 2 sets of string that I've already unwound, so I kind of want to just get through them and get through these sections while I listen to A Soul to Keep. Okay, that's where we're gonna start, and we'll see how it goes. Punch needle update. She's done. I'm about 3 hours into my audiobook. I'm listening to it on like 2 times speed, okay? I don't know if I'm supposed to like attempt to like glue it down so this isn't there. Anyway, trying to figure that out. Also trying to decide if I want to start another punch needle because I have 2. Or start crocheting. It does seem you need to have a knowledge of crochet, intermediate skill, and I don't have that. I've crocheted once, but I don't think I ever finished a project, and that was when I was a teenager. No, when there's a will, there's a way. So I'm trying to decide if I want to start crocheting or punch needle. I'm kind of gotten into a groove with my punch needle, so I might just finish these ones. Or should I save them? You know what? Come back to me later. Okay, here are the reading updates for the end of day 2. I am 63% of the way through A Soul to Keep. I ended up painting my nails during it. Kind of cruised through that because that took a while. I forgot to update you on A Natural History of Dragons. I'm on page 58. I didn't end up reading any of it today, but I am taking it to me with work tomorrow because I feel so much more pressure to read it and get it done because it's a library book, so I have to return it in 2 weeks. I don't know why. I'm gonna work on reading that during my breaks tomorrow, so I'll keep you guys updated and see you tomorrow. So it is day 3 and I'm going to color and listen to A Soul to Keep. I'm about 70% of the way through it and I'm going to try to finish it today, okay? Here's the reading update for today. So I'm about 94% into A Soul to Keep. I have about an hour left. I'll probably finish that today. I'm about 32% of the way into A Curious Beginning, which not too bad. I'm gonna listen to probably a lot of that today while at work, we'll see. And then in A Natural History Guide to Dragon, or A Natural History of Dragon, excuse me. I actually don't, yeah, I'm at page 80. So I'm trying to decide what I want to do, if I want to do a craft or if I just want to read. I'm not really sure yet, so stay tuned. But those are the updates. I'll let you know tomorrow where I'm at.
Time stood still, just like a
So here's the update for the day. A Soul to Keep went back to my hoopla. I ran out of time, so now I'm trying to re-get it. However, the uses keep getting used up by the time I go to get it, so I can't get it. So I'm waiting to finish that one. I'm trying to finish Curious Beginning. I'm almost done. I think there's less than an hour, so my plan today was to play Sims and listen to that while I did that. However, my Sims has to update and it's only at 23% and it's taking so long and I'm impatient. So now I decided today is the day I'm gonna attempt to crochet this cat with my non-existent crochet skills. To be fair, I have crocheted before in my life. I don't know if I've ever actually finished a crochet project though, but I saw Bookcraft and one of them was a book cover, crochet book cover, and now I just need that. So I have to learn how to crochet, so what better way than crocheting a whole cat? Wish me luck, I'll keep you updated. Well, I have swiftly learned that this was a lot more difficult than I thought because this is like a foreign language. What do you mean? These words mean nothing to me. This means nothing to me. None of it. Luckily, there's a YouTube video, so back on track. Okay, I finished A Curious Beginning. Boom. Sorry. Boom. This is supposed to be my tension swatch, which I guess is supposed to test how well I crochet. It's also supposed to be 14 rows, but I think I might give up for tonight and just start over again tomorrow because I think it's supposed to be a square and it's not, clearly. So tomorrow, oh, that didn't go as smoothly as I thought it would. Oh no. Oh no. That's okay. Anyway, stay tuned. I'm hoping to get A Soul to Keep tomorrow so I can, oh, it's really knotted. I don't know what I did. Anyway, hopefully get A Soul to Keep tomorrow. I think I'm also gonna start a Paladin's Grace tomorrow. That's the next one. Oh my God. On my TBR. So stay tuned. Here is the reading update for Friday. I am 134 pages in to A Natural History of Dragons. I still haven't been able to read Borrow a Soul to Keep because I keep forgetting to get it in the morning. Whoopsie daisies. I think I'm gonna start listening to A Paladin's Grace. That's on my TBR. Crochet update. I went and bought yarn. I got light pink, light blue, white, and red. And of course, because I commit to the fullest on hobbies, 8 crochet hooks. Committed to the bit. You know what I mean? Anyway, those are the updates. I don't know what I'm doing. I haven't read anything today, so. Or listened to anything. I wrote a paper, but that's about it, so. Yeah, not really a lot of updates in this one. I finished A Soul to Keep. 4 stars. I actually kind of really loved it, which is interesting because I don't read, like, I guess it's like paranormal romance. I don't really read paranormal romance, but I liked it. It was fun. It was like just enough violence, enough action, you know. There was spice, okay? So if you don't like spicy books, not for you. But I thought it was good. Then crocheting a lot, working on my skills. Look at this, I made a bow. So I haven't been reading a ton because I have to watch YouTube videos on how to do this because I don't actually know how to do it. So I have to focus on that. So I haven't been reading a ton today. It's Saturday. I also ran a 5K this morning. I then took a power nap. So today I've not read very much. I did not read very much yesterday either. I got to page 162 in Natural History of Dragons. I don't know what I'm gonna do now though, because I might attempt to try to figure out how to crochet my cat because I think I know how to do the basic stitches well enough. I don't think I'm gonna sit down and read this one because I want to crochet. It's got me good, guys. It's got me good. I'm becoming an old lady again. Anyway, but I do need to read this one, and I have one other book I need to read this upcoming week to finish so I can return them back to the library before their due dates. So tomorrow I'll probably read and start and like finish this one tomorrow, I think is my plan, and then today I might just be done reading. I'm not sure.
Oh, and they come unstuck. Lady, running down to the riptide, taken away to the dark.
I have just finished A Natural History of Dragons, a memoir by Lady Trent, and I have thoughts and I have feelings. In this book, we follow Isabella as she kind of talks about the beginning of her life, so when she was young to when she kind of got into studying dragons and kind of how they grabbed her attentions and things like that. This book, it's set in like the same type of era like Bridgerton is in, you know, where women are just supposed to think about medial point and that's all right. And so obviously having an interest in dragons is not something that a woman should do, but Isabella is so obsessed with them that she kind of doesn't let that stop her. And we kind of just follow her when she's young to when she gets older, to when she goes on to like her first kind of expedition per se, kind of starts getting her name in the field, because Lady Trent in the world that we're in is an established natural historian of dragons, and so this is how she got her start into it. And that aspect was cool, and I like seeing the different world and the dragons and whatnot. However, the entire time I was reading this book, I wanted to like it way more than I actually was liking it. I wanted to like it a lot more because one of my favorite book talkers really likes this book, and I was like, oh my god, I will too, because I like most of the things that she likes. However, that was not happening the whole time. I was just like, I was just reading it. I was not connecting with the work, and I can't really pinpoint why, because like the story was good and the pacing was good, the characters and whatnot were all right, but just something wasn't like pulling me and keeping me in. And then the ending of the book, I was not really the biggest fan of as well. So it kind of just like the whole thing was just like a meh read, unfortunately. I don't know if I'm going to continue the next books in the series because there are 6, but I don't like leaving series unfinished. But I just don't know how I feel about it and if I want to read, 5 more books. I think I'm going to end up rating it 3 stars because I usually rate books that I like do not enjoy reading at all, or like really just had to get through 2 stars, and I didn't feel like I had just to get through this one. I thought the story was still good, but it just wasn't what I wanted or wanted to read about. It wasn't like bad, I just wasn't enjoying it. So I'm giving it a 3 stars instead of a 2, because I think 2 is like I just did not like it, and that's not the case for this book. It just was not for me. I like dragons. I think that this is something you definitely should pick up. And I think, like I said, the pacing in the story was not bad. I just was not connecting to it for some reason, and that really made reading difficult for me. I might try to crochet and listen to A Paladin's Grace. Not sure if I'm gonna actually end up doing that or not, but you'll see probably in the next clip or my little wrap-up clip, because today's the last day of the reading vlog, so we'll see where we end up. Okay, I am going to listen to an audiobook and crochet. I think I'm gonna listen to A Paladin's Grace, and I'm gonna crochet until either my head hurts so bad that I can't function, or my hand hurts, or I just get bored and give up, because I am 4 rows in and I have to do 47, and I already have a headache. I'm learning really bad at counting my rows, so I'm not, yeah. Anyway, let's get started. Can I just comment, comment on the fact that in Paladin's Grace, Stevens is knitting socks and I'm crocheting a hook holder. I just love it, you know what I mean? Okay, my tryst was taken away from me because my AirPods died. If anyone cares, crochet update. I'm almost out of yarn, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to weave in another color of yarn to keep going, but so far, I'm liking Paladin's Grace, okay? I'm not very far into it. I like Stevens, and I like Grace. I think this will be a good one. I think it's kind of, I don't know the descriptors, but it feels kind of like cozy fantasy-ish, like a vibe, kind of like cozy fantasy. Which, as we said before, is not my favorite genre to read. However, I did love Legends and Lattes and Bookshop and Bone Dust, which is cozy fantasy. So we'll see. I did not like Dreadful, though, which was cozy fantasy. So I'm split. But so far, I'm liking this one. We'll see. Maybe it is more just fantasy, but the vibe right now is cozy fantasy-ish for me, I guess. Maybe I'll have to make a video to update you because I'm not going to finish it tonight, which means it's not going to make it into the video. Sad.